7% of all high school athletes go on to play in college. As proud members of the 93% that didn't, this is Fratletes.
Okay, everyone, welcome to episode 6. If you can't tell already, we're all kind of having a little bit of connection issues. It is storming, I guess, everywhere in North America at the moment. Everyone's just kind of under tornado watches and shit, myself included, Zach included, Hayden included, and we're all in different states, so it's kind of incredible, but we're all staying safe, staying snug, staying warm. How you guys been, dude? We took last week off. I'm not used to it. It's one of my favorite times of the week is getting to see you guys on Thursdays. What the hell, dude?
I know it was rough week off, but we're back and better. A lot to talk about. I feel like so much has happened in the past 2 weeks. We had 2 series end. We have NBA Finals finally starting up. MLB's getting better.
So aside from the podcast, or being a professional podcaster, Hayden is also a DJ. Hayden, do you want to share how your weekend went?
Yeah, I DJ'd a wedding deep in our holler of West Virginia. I actually was like first time ever. My platform was a trailer right outside the shelter where they did the ceremony, the reception, and it was interesting. It was a fun night. There was an insane amount of alcohol consumed, and like everyone really wasn't that drunk. That's like the craziest part. It's like they drank so much, and they were like, "We'll probably keep going" after the wedding ended.
So do you drink while you're DJing, or?
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, my nerves, I'm so anxious and nervous, but like I could drink all night, and I do not get drunk at all because I'm so on edge. It's crazy.
What are the nerves from? Just like
Well, just like because like a wedding is like, especially for the bride, it's like the biggest day of their life, and they don't get to have another one unless like the first one ends badly. But like. So it's like the only one they ever get to have. Like if you mess it up, that's all she'll remember. So like you just always want things to go well, and one slip up can ruin it.
I got
And
you.
like, dude, this wedding had an itinerary. It was the most detailed itinerary I've ever seen. It was like 9:22, the bride and the groom walk in. 9:24, the best man and the maid of honor walk in. 9:26, then he was like every person by 2 minutes, and it was like the flower girl has to end here. It was crazy.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And you were like in charge of just like making sure that went to plan.
Yeah, bro. And like, so I emceed it a lot. So I like announced like what the dances were coming up, what events, welcoming everybody to the reception. But the one thing I fucking hate the most about DJing is like being the person who dismisses the tables because everyone wants to eat so bad that like if they're in the last table, they're so pissed off by the time you get to them. You're like, all right, you guys can go. They're like, yeah, we fucking wish, buddy. We were waiting the whole entire night, and they get so mad. And it was pretty like tense, honestly, right away because they had so many like speeches and shit like that. And at first, I was like announcing like just like letting tables go, and then people just started getting up anyway. I got on the mic, I was like, "Yeah, so everyone just said screw you, Hayden. We're not gonna listen to you. So I guess everybody just get food whenever you want, and if you don't get food, that's on you." And then I went back and started DJing.
Dude, I mean, I understand where they're coming from, dude. That reminds me of being in like middle school or high school where they have like 4 different lunch periods. You get like anywhere from 10:30 to 12:30. Everyone that would eat 10:30, that was so clutch. And then people would be just I always had the last lunch, dude. Minimum my luck, but I'd be sitting in like an hour of math or algebra when everybody's at lunch, and it was just this shit pissed me off, dude.
Dude, school lunches at 10:30 are so weird, bro. They got you eating like a chicken patty with chocolate milk. Like it's the most disgusting combo. And we just like we dealt with it for 4 years.
I remember, yeah, dude. Thursdays they'd give you like cardboard pizza, and I used to think that shit was so hype.
School lunches were like when in like school, you were like, you know what, this kind of gas. And then all of a sudden, like you wouldn't be in school and you would be like, what the hell do we eat?
Yeah, bro.
But in the moment, you're just like, hey, it's kind of gas, kind of fire.
Dude, looking back,
ooh, yeah, this thing's on the menu today, and it's like,
dude,
absolute
brunch for lunch. Oh my god, dude, that shit was awesome. It was banging, and it was like packets of fucking
sticks.
yeah, French toast sticks with like a packaged cookie filled with strawberry glaze or something. It was just so gross.
A circle of powdered egg.
Good old school.
They always had the fruit that like no one ever touched in my school. Like
the soggiest fucking grapes.
Yeah, it was like it looked like that stuff had been there since the first day of school, and they're just like, someone's gonna take it eventually.
Bro, I swear the fruit was always so wet and like soggy. It's like someone had just like left it out in the rain for 2 weeks, bro.
Dude, or they wouldn't give a
Softest
fuck.
fruit.
They wouldn't give a fuck if they'd give you like a side of peaches or like green beans, and they just like let the juice go into like the pizza or something. And I'm like,
Ugh,
thanks,
bro.
man.
Yeah, you just ruined my lunch. Can I get a new one?
Yeah, it's so terrible. Or, dude, the best one was them little goldfish crackers. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they come in the package, you get 2 of them. They're like, oh, dude, they were good, dude. Looking back, I kind of miss school lunch.
School,
Well,
yeah.
you go ahead, Zach. This wasn't the topic for today, but as you can see, that's what we do.
So I guess should we move on to our first topic? Because I feel like actually, speaking of school lunches, like this was one of those things that like was always debated at like the table. Like you would always like before the season go over who you think, the predictions, and it'd get pretty heated over lunch.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I remember one of my favorites was, dude, you guys probably won't even know what this is. We had one of my favorite lunches was Mac sticks. And they were basically just like cheese sticks, but it was just like breading, but it was like flat with a dome. And it had like bubbles and it was just filled with cheese, dude. And that was the main entree.
Yeah, there's like 2
and
of them.
that shit was fire, dude. I mean, absolutely fire. And I would argue that till I died. Like that was like the best school lunch. And then everybody would come back and be like,
marinara
man,
sauce.
brunch for lunch. Yeah, that marinara sauce was trash. I'm not even kidding. That shit was trash. They give you like, yeah, and then people would come back and be like, nah, dude, chicken patty, what up? Pizza.
Chicken patty, what up?
Dude, I started packing my lunch. I never went back.
Yeah, you were a packer. You were a lunch packer.
Yeah, I was a big old lunch packer. They called me. They say, "Here come a lunch packer." As I walk down the hallway.
I don't know, dude.
Lunchbox.
Yeah, you have your lunchbox. Did it have a logo or anything on it? What kind of lunchbox do you have?
No, I was like, I'll tell you the background. So I was strictly brown paper bag because
I was too. I won't lie. When I did, that's what I had to do.
In kindergarten, bro, like my whole entire from like 0 to 5, I loved Thomas the Tank Engine, like huge Thomas guy.
Me too.
Dude,
I had a pillow and everything.
So many toys. I had like the train set, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like my first day of kindergarten, I walk into lunch and my backpack was a Thomas the Train bag, not a backpack, a lunchbox. My lunchbox was a Thomas the Train lunchbox, where it looked like him, and you open him up and the food's in there. Bro, I sit down at the table, and this girl across from me, her name was fucking Shelby. Like I still remember her name because of how much this did me dirty. She goes, "Wow, is that Thomas? Like, isn't that for like babies?" Dude, I'm not kidding. Not only did I never use a lunchbox ever again, strictly brown paper bag, I never played with Thomas ever again, bro. Like I didn't get any more toys. I didn't watch the movies. I didn't read any books. I dropped it all together, bro. It was crazy how much that one interaction just damaged me to no other.
He did you so dirty.
It's like in Superbad. It's like in Superbad when he gets busted drawing all the dicks in his notebook. He drops it on the floor and she steps on. He's like, "She stepped on my dick, bro." He just starts eating them. It's like, "You just ate all your dicks?" He's like, "I just kept eating them." Okay, everyone.
First topic, AFC East.
We have some AFC East predictions, the NBA and NHL playoff talk, maybe a little finals MVP predictions. We got our MLB rakes and takes, and we will finish off with some Whiteclaw rankings of our top 5, just of the original editions 1 through 3, like the main 12, not any of the crazy teas or the new surf pack or whatever they have out now, even though they are delicious. This is not an ad, but yeah, we will be ranking some Whiteclaws and then our regular outro. You guys want to get into
He's a big Whiteclaw guy.
I am a big Whiteclaw guy. I'm sure most of you know I used to go by the Whiteclaw King. I drank them before they were cool, back when I was a big fat boy and seltzers like weren't cool yet. So I've started seeing like, hell yeah, 100 calories, no carbs. So I'd pull up to those with a party, and I just took like 6 months of nothing but straight heat, dude. Yeah, I was called the Whiteclaw King for a while, and then next thing you know, everybody's drinking them, and I'm like, huh, what's up now? Losers.
Everyone's on it now. All right, finally, let's get to the AFC East rankings. We want to start with the New York Jets.
Yeah, because I think it's fair to say they're going to be at the bottom, despite me having a lot of hype around their draft and everything. They are still very young. I have the Jets going 6-11, which is not an insult. That's good for the Jets. And that also, keep in mind, that has them going over the 5.5 that I mentioned as one of the best bets. 6-11, that hits. Still got them in last though.
Yeah, Hayden, how about you?
Yeah, I was thinking like I was really hype about their draft and how they drafted so well, but it's also like they're all very young. They haven't really like developed in the NFL yet. They're just, like I said, they don't have really any experience, and also at the end of the day, they're also just the Jets. So you can't really count on them too much. So I honestly think that the Dolphins will be last in this division. We can get into that later, but yeah, I think the Jets are going to be some mid.
I mean, Zach Wilson, he was injured for a good portion of last season. So where's he going to be? Maybe they haven't seen enough film on him yet, and he'll have a breakout year. There's potential there. I don't
Honestly,
know.
so he'll be throwing the ball for tight end U with like Greg Kittle and Travis Kelce and all them. So hopefully they like bully him and like man him up and become like he's gonna help man get the Mormon out of him. You know.
I didn't know he was doing that. Get the Mormon out of him. I didn't know he was doing that.
Yeah.
What insight by Hayden. Right.
Yeah. So how many games you got him winning?
I think 6 is fair. Probably 6 or 7. I think they'll beat the Dolphins. I think they go 1-1 with the Pats.
This division's weird. This division's very weird.
Yeah, because it also depends on how the Pats do. Like Bill Belichick, also Bill Belichick, but Mac Jones, like, will he regress? Will he grow?
Yeah.
Like, it's a very, very weird division.
I'm with
you. It's a division that anybody could get second place.
Yeah, I got the Jets at 7-10. I think they're going to split with the Dolphins, possibly take both. I think they split with the Patriots, and then I think the Bills whoop them both times. But the Jets, I was hype about their draft. I feel like they had a pretty good offseason. Year 2 of Zach Wilson. Got some more targets than Garrett Wilson. So, like, I think they can win 7 games. I think that's pretty fair. And then moving on to the Dolphins, I got them at 8-9. Hayden, I really wanted to put them last too. Like, it kind of hurts me not putting them last because I really don't believe in Tua. I don't. Like, I feel like coming out, he was good. Looked like he was going to be a good quarterback. And then, like, I don't know if the addition of Tyreek Hill is going to make that big of a difference. I think they're still a decent team. I think they have a really good defense. They have really good weapons. But I don't see them making the playoffs. I think they go 8-9.
Yeah. Yeah, I personally, like I said, I don't like Tua. I don't like him. Probably a good kid. But I just don't think he's like that good of a quarterback.
He's probably a good kid.
Probably a good guy.
Yeah, I just think he's one of those great college quarterbacks that just doesn't pan out in the NFL. Like he'll always have that national championship. But
he's an Alabama quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't had a good one since Joe Namath. So I really think that Tyreek Hill is a good addition for the team. I'll put this down right now. I don't think Tua plays for the Dolphins next year. They either trade him or release him. That's just how bad I think he does. And they're like, we're not going to waste any more time on you. We've already let you develop, and there's nothing. I think Tyreek's a good addition for the team, especially when he leaves. But especially with this new quarterback class coming, they have like a new round of options. It's almost like his draft class. And I think Tyreek Hill is good, but I think he's good for Patrick Mahomes, who runs like Tyreek Hill, and Tua just can't keep up with him zigzagging across the field. It's just like not the best. He doesn't have a strong arm, all that shit. So yeah, that's why I think the Dolphins are gonna be last. I think they're gonna be very good.
You had some deep intel on this. I've enjoyed it. I felt like you had something to get off your chest there.
Bro,
That felt very personal.
Do you have something against Dolphins?
I don't like Tua. Like ever since the national championship where he just came back and robbed that from Georgia, because I was with Chase Young from ATO, not the football player, and he's from Georgia, and like he was so excited, so happy, and like at halftime he was taking shots and he was damn near blackout drunk, and by the time the game ended, he was definitely blackout drunk, but like super sad. Like he was running up and down the halls of the first quarter, and at the end of the fourth quarter, he like army crawled and like drunk sadness, but also laughing because he just like couldn't believe that they lost that game. So ever since then, I just like hold to like, look what you did to my friend. Look what you did to her. Like, that's why.
So like football aside, you don't have any problem with Dolphins or anything?
No, I like Dolphins. Save the Dolphins.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
Gotta make sure.
Zach, where do you have them at 8-9?
Yeah, 8-9.
I actually here's my thing. I have them at 10-7. I think they're better than the Patriots, and I think they're better than the Jets. But I could also see the Patriots. I can see the Patriots and Dolphins with my two predictions flip-flopping. So I have the Patriots 8-9, Dolphins at 10-7. I could see that being completely flipped based off one of them is going to sweep the other one. I feel like the Dolphins. I'm left-handed, so I'm allowed to say this. I don't like left-handed quarterbacks. I don't. It's weird to me. I can't play with them on Madden. It's weird watching them throw on television.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It looks wrong. But
Ball
the
spins
offense,
differently.
the speed that they have on offense is ridiculous, dude. Jalen Waddle added Tyreek Hill, added Raheem Mostert. Who else they got? They signed Sony Michel. What else they got? They have Chase
Gaskin,
Edmonds.
don't they?
They have Myles Gaskin, who's like fourth on their depth chart. They have Chase Edmonds, Cedric Wilson. Remember, they signed him, and let's not forget about Jasicki. Like,
don't forget about Adam Shaheen, tight end, went to my high school.
How could I forget him?
He was drafted by the Bears, wasn't he?
Yeah, bro. He broke like every like Division II football record for a tight end, and then was like, he skipped he forgo his senior year in D2 football. Like that's crazy.
Did you graduate with him?
No, he was a senior and I was a freshman.
You should try to contact him and get him on here. That'd be cool.
I bet he would. It'd be pretty tough.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I got the Dolphins going 10-7, second in the division. I guess we can all agree that the Bills will just run through this division. But before anyone says anything on the Bills, I got to get this. Like Hayden was with the Dolphins. Here's my take with the Bills. I don't dislike the Bills. I love the Bills. When I'm not rooting for the Bengals, the Bills are my team. Bollinger knows I love Bills Mafia. I love their fans. I love their culture, their football culture. It's like the true meaning of football fans is what I think of in Buffalo. The amount of hype that they have around Josh Allen and their team is insane. It is insane. It is now they are favorites, just clear-cut favorites in their division, in the whole conference as Super Bowl favorites. It's so much hype to live up to. It's too much almost. Like
people already assume it's going to be Chiefs Bills in the AFC Championship. Yeah,
exactly. And it's like everyone's predictions is Bills, first round bye in the playoffs, Bills, Josh Allen MVP, Bills. All I have to say is I have them at 13-4, as they should. Pen and paper, healthy, they should be a 12, 13, maybe even 14 win team. But good Lord, if they don't live up to this expectation, I'm sorry, Bills Mafia. Where do you go from here? Because the expectations can't get any higher than what you have right now on pen and paper.
Well, like they could. I mean, you could go to 4 straight Super Bowls and lose them all. So like that.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Like the Bills have been through so much, but I agree. I have them at 13-4 as well. They're going to run through this division. I think they probably sweep the division. Maybe they lose one, but I was going through their schedule, and I just like literally go through game by game and say win loss, and they could go anywhere from 12 to 14 wins in this. Depending on how they do. They have a few like tough back-to-back games. I think they have one with like the Packers and the Chiefs, but like besides that, it's really not that tough of a schedule.
Week 16, Monday Night Football at Cincinnati. That could be a big one. Bengals will have to go through Buffalo and then the Ravens back to back to end the season. It's going to be tough.
Especially if it's like a playoff like push.
So we all have the Bills winning the division. Hayden, you got anything you want to say on them?
Just depends on how Josh Allen is. I think he's just going to keep improving. I think he's like a good, solid quarterback, good head on his shoulders. Loves City of Buffalo. Fans love him. Team chemistry is at an all-time high. It just depends on coaching, and they just lost a coach. Then they did didn't their defensive coordinator like leave and go somewhere?
It was their offensive coordinator went to the Giants. Dabble.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that could be huge.
That could be.
Depending how that affects it, I still have the Bills going pretty far.
Yeah. Have either of you guys had like wings from Buffalo?
No. I want to go.
Dude, we need to do that. I want them so bad. I've never tried them either. And every time they like mention it on Pardon My Take, my mouth just waters.
I want to go to Wing Nuts so bad, bro.
Yeah, that's the one. All right. You guys want to get into some NBA and NHL playoffs?
Yes, because finally we have a good NBA playoff series in the finals.
Yes.
Conference finals.
Gosh. Let's talk about the first two games. It's tied 1-1. I mean, really, like the difference in each game has been a single quarter. Like last game, it was the third quarter by the Warriors. Game before it was the fourth quarter by the Warriors, third quarter by the Celtics, and they're just like, they're so good. Like they both just like they each when they're hot, they can't miss. It's insane.
Steph Curry is the worst. Actually, no. He's the second. Draymond Green is the worst. Like what this dude is doing out there on the court, like who'd he yell at Grant Williams? He's like, "You're not me. You're not me. You want to be me." Like Grant Williams was at a conference. Like they asked him a question. He was like talking about the 2015 finals when the Warriors won it, and he was like, he was praising Draymond. He was like, "I love him." He was like, I've started talking shit in high school because of him. Like, he was literally like, I crafted my game after this, man. And Draymond just goes in his face like, fuck you, dude. Like, what? He's the worst type of guy.
Did you guys see that video of the one play where Draymond literally is blocking three different players, just like starts pushing them off the 3-point line so Steph can get open look? Like, I don't know how he gets away with it, but I feel like Draymond's like he like did it perfectly to the point of he fouls so hard that when he does half of it, which would be a foul for anyone else, they're just like, oh, okay, no, he's being soft right now. He's not doing anything. So he just like literally is throwing lead blocks for people out there to clear lanes.
Yeah, and that one where he put his feet on Jaylen Brown. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he got mad that he threw his feet off of him. He was like, dude, what the hell? I was chilling.
They were on his head.
Yeah. Well, it's like with the one blocking three people, it was like such a moving screen that the refs were like, is that a moving screen? Like it was crazy. Like it was the most moving of a moving screen I've ever seen.
It literally was like chop the feet.
Yeah.
I would like to announce. I'm actually shocked you guys haven't mentioned this already. It's okay though. I was correct about my Western Conference prediction of the Warriors having a cakewalk all the way through, and I believe I said that the winner of the Bucks Celtics series would make it to the finals. I'm not sure if I actually came out and decided on one because I was boycotting and I felt like I had a free pass to pick two. But I just want to say I was right about that. And I have Warriors winning in 6. I actually have a future on that. The Warriors to win the series 4-2.
I have a future.
I think
on the
that's
Celtics
what happens.
overall.
Winning in how many?
I just have them winning overall, but I think they win in 7.
Oh, word. Did you get it before a good? Did you get it at like before the series or before the?
Yeah, before the whole playoffs, had picked the Celtics to win.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just soft flex, something slight.
All right.
Something's like
What was the name
That's
of the
like-
horse? What was the name of the horse that won the?
Rich Strike.
Oh,
Don't forget a name like that.
yeah. I was about to say, there's no way you forget it.
Dude, there's a horse racing in the Belmont. I think is it the Belmont or Preakness coming up, but I think his name's like Skippy Long John. Yeah, how could you not
Hammer it.
Hammer Skippy Long John.
I'm gonna get a jersey.
Skippy Long John or Skippy Long Stockings.
Give me a jersey that says Long John on the back. That horse has to be number 69. He has to be.
Has to.
Just 1 through 9, and then skip 10. Just go to 69.
Just go to 6. They're like, you have to understand.
Who you guys think? Who you have for the NBA Finals MVP?
I think Curry gets it. I do. I think he finally gets over that hump. And
This isn't like a crazy take because obviously it comes down to.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you get that rarity in Iguodala who just comes out of nowhere because Curry can't be found, but it could happen. Curry's known to not be able to close out a series by himself. He can't do it. He can't do it.
I think the only threat to him right now would be if Clay just suddenly the next 4 games, just like goes off and starts doing Klay Thompson stuff where he just hits 8 threes each game and then they give it to him and Curry like keeps his streak. Because at some point the writers have to be in on it too. Like they gotta be like, okay.
Here's
Like,
my
let's
take.
keep going.
Here's my take. Warriors in 6. Clay's going to average his 15 to 20, whatever he does. And then game 6, Clay is going to come out in Boston. And he's going to drop his 40-45 burger. And he's going to be welcomed the NBA Finals trophy. And Curry's going to be in the back crying. Because he won't even know. He's going to say they're tears of joy because they just won the championship. But they won't be. They won't be tears of joy. He'll be pissed. And we all know that.
I don't think anyone else would accept it. Like, especially like Draymond or Clay. Like, I think it's been such a big thing to get Curry it. Like, they would announce some and they'd be like, no.
I would jump off the roof of my building before Draymond Green wins the NBA Finals MVP.
So I think if the Warriors win, I think Steph will get MVP just out of principle. But if the Celtics win, which I think they will, hear me out, Al Horford, your Finals MVP, bro.
Big Al, the guy that dropped
Big
like
Al,
a 30
baby.
burger game 1 and then hung an egg in game 2.
Yes, sir. I think he's just gonna like post at least 2 more games of a double. I'm talking like rebounds and points and like 6 assists. Like I think he's just gonna go off in like the what's it called? Like the grit categories, rebounds, blocks, things like that.
Since game 3's
tonight,
since game 3's tonight, it hasn't started yet. It's actually right about to tip off. Let's go over our game 3 predictions of what we think will happen, and then when this drops, we'll see if we're right or wrong.
Well, when you listen to this, the Celtics will be up 2-1.
We'll say.
Okay, I'm predicting Warriors
We will
go
see.
up. Warriors steal the first one on the road. They go up 2-1, and it will be close until the third quarter. It'll be close till halftime, and then the Warriors will have some second half adjustments. And that's my take. Curry's dropping 33. 33 for Larry Bird.
I got one. So we're gonna go Warriors win, but Robert Williams is gonna get 20 plus rebounds. He showed up to game 3 in a shirt with just Dennis Rodman's face on it. The dude is here for rebounds. That's all the dude's doing.
No other stat.
He might put up the 20-0-0 stat line tonight.
Yeah, one guarantee I would say is, especially with everyone complaining about the officiating, and it's being in Boston, Draymond Green 100,000% fouls out of this game.
Oh, Scott
That's a good
Foster's reffing tonight. The Celtics are 12-0 with him.
No way.
I've bet it based on refs, and every time I base it on a ref, I win. Like when he ref Chris Paul, I did a parlay of like Chris Paul unders, and it cashed.
Dude, it
I was about to
does.
say that Chris Paul won't even watch on his couch tonight because Scott Foster's gonna be.
Scott Foster, dude, I don't know what it is, but he just like favors teams. Yeah, he's 12-0. The Celtics are 12-0 with Scott Foster.
I bet he probably just takes the home team so he could go out with the fans the night of and celebrate.
He
He's
so
like,
goes
"Hell yeah."
out.
Like, I haven't bought a drink since 04.
Dude, Scott Foster definitely goes to like college bars after. Like he's like that weird like 60-year-old in the corner that's like he's like, you watch the NBA finals tonight? And that like the like 23-year-old chick is like, no. He's like, well, I was reffing it. You know, if you ever need an official, you know, want to have a little pickup basketball game and need a ref, you know, you can text me.
Oh shit.
What about the NHL playoffs? Because I know you boys were riding that Edmonton train pretty hard, and I secretly was preying on your downfall.
Some group of idiots
snakes
decided
in the
all
grass.
of a sudden. Some group of idiots decided that the Oilers were like a franchise dynasty or something. I don't know. That couldn't be me.
It's just, I think honestly, I think someone like Photoshop tweets of us supporting the Oilers because like I don't even know much about hockey. I couldn't possibly pick a team that would get swept.
Didn't count. I could only name like 15 teams maybe in the NHL. There's no way I could name 15. I learned that they play periods, not quarters. So
I think the real story on this is just Hayden secretly preying on our downfall while we were tweeting about the Oilers from the Fratletes account.
I was wondering why he was staying so quiet.
We would be going off about the Oilers in the chat, and Hayden was staying quiet the entire time. Right, and then game four, keep the lawn mowed so you can spot the snakes in the grass. I've been saying it. Yeah, but game 4 just decides to come out and be like, oh, yeah, by the way, go Avs after an overtime loss. After an overtime loss, there was no time for healing or mourning. It was like the goal went in and the text was sent.
Yeah, I noticed how you guys did not respond. I was like, ooh, a little too deep, huh?
Okay, here's where I stand. The NBA has sucked. NHL was awesome. Every game that I've watched so far has been great. And from like I said, not a hockey guy. I'm not great at this shit. I don't understand a lot of it, but I do know sports. I do know ball, and I do know puck from what I am understanding. I think I know puck. But the Avs are really good from what I've seen on the television. The Lightning are really good from what I've seen on the television. I think, just from the naked eye, those two will meet in the NHL finals. As well, you can see the Avalanche are already there, probably drinking beer as I'm saying this. But the Lightning and Rangers has been a great series. And it's not like the Oilers were getting blown out every single game. I mean, every game was really exciting. Every game was super exciting. And, I mean, other than a future bet, I didn't really have a dog in the fight. And it just felt nice to be rooting for a side. And it was a close game for once because I haven't had that in the NBA in a while.
And then, yeah, it stung a little that like when we got the two game honeymoon period where we like it was boom boom just dominant wins and it was like let's go, and then it like the highest peak and they just like took it off from us once I finally started to care a little bit. And that's just like, and then Hayden's just out here just in the dark preying on the downfall.
Smoking on the back, just like these fucking idiots. No, like in my defense, it's like I was rooting for the Avs because one of my best friends, Jacob Bryant, is a big Avs fan, and I was like, well, happy for him. And they haven't won shit in a while, so I thought that'd be cool. And like the NHL playoffs have so many rounds. Like there's at least one extra than the NBA playoffs. So I still thought there was another round to go. I didn't think it was the Oilers and the Avs playing for the West. So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have jumped on that bandwagon so heavy. I was like, I gotta quietly just root for the Avs over here. And then they went up 3-0. I was like, well, now it's probably a safe time to let them know I'm not gonna be that sad tonight. So
I'm not gonna. Once they had blown the 3-1 lead.
yeah. I will say though, the other side, I don't really have a dog in the fight as long as it is not the New York Rangers. I fucking hate the New York Rangers so much. They play the same as the Penguins do, and they call us dirty. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C, dickhead. But like, I just dislike
Hayden's
them.
had some stuff to get off his chest tonight.
This is what we do this
for
for.
2 weeks.
This is what we do this for. This is a safe place, and
Yeah.
we need to get it out sometimes.
Yeah, and like, do you know how much I have to hate a team for me not to care about that? Like, it's either the team I hate or the team wins and they get a three-peat. Like, no one likes a three-peat unless you're in the three-peat city. But I don't care so much because I want the Rangers to win or I want the Rangers to lose so bad.
So Tampa Bay's won 2 straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I do like the state of Colorado, so I think I'm going to be rooting for them from here on out. Call me a bandwagon, call me what you want. I can't even name a single player. I just like mountains. So, fuck you.
What if after the game, instead of like spraying champagne, they're just like all smoking blunts or joints,
Dude,
ripping the
they
ball?
would.
I hope they all have a bunch of like ice cold Coors Light cans where the mountains are just super blue and
Oh yeah,
that
for
was,
sure.
they just celebrate. Dude, like the Rockies, the Colorado Rockies City Connect jerseys, they are the sickest things I've ever seen.
They're so sick.
They are so sweet, dude. It's just like all green, like a dark green, and then like the mountains are all white on the top. It's awesome. I love what the MLB's doing with these City Connect jerseys, except the Angels.
Angels were trash.
They're really bad. And the Astros are cool, but it's still fuck the Astros. People don't forget. So that's where I stand. That's where I stand. Speaking of that, you guys want to get into some rakes and takes?
Yeah. All right. Actually, I'll start off because I'm going to start with my take. My take is Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, not because they are playing poorly, but because they are trapped in the prison known as the LA Angels. And no matter how good they play and how dominant they are, the Angels just cannot win. Like, I don't know what it is. They have so much talent and they cannot win. They're on a 13-game losing streak right now after being in first place. They have to fire Joe Madden, who's one of the better managers in the league. Like, just nothing they do will ever work. And it's so sad seeing Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani just rotting there to die.
It's really funny because my take is the exact same thing. It is Mike Trout and the Los Angeles Angels. But I'm going to pitch in. Mike Trout has not played great. I mean, this is the guy that's supposed to be one of, if not the greatest player in the league.
Yeah.
He was on an 0 for 22 streak before finally getting a hit. And the Angels have lost 13 straight and counting going into the end of the night against the Red Sox, who are playing some of the best baseball in the league right now. And not to mention, Mike Trout is in mid-season form after leaving last night's game with some groin tightness. So he is going to be on the injured list for, Mike Trout. It could turn a 15-day could turn into a 60-day just like that. But it's sad to see.
He does. He's always injured.
It's so sad to see with a player with his type of talent because he is just injured all the time. And watching him on the field is phenomenal. And I had the privilege of being in Cincinnati when he botched a fly ball in center field. He hit off the top, a routine fly ball with like runners on second and third. It went straight in his glove and he just dropped it. I watched one of the greatest outfielders of all time just drop a fly ball. And then what did he do the next inning? Hit a 440-foot moonshot right over my head. So it's just like, that's what he does, man. That's what it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Hayden, what do you have for your take?
For my takes, I got the Brooklyn Dodgers because they were fucking stupid enough to lose to my Pittsburgh Pirates like a bunch of games in a row. They're like one of the best teams in the league. Oh my god, I said fucking Brooklyn Dodgers. Oh my god, I'm so dumb, bro. All right.
I thought you were about to take us back to the glory days and drop.
Me and Mancini were just.
I went on down to the ball field to watch some baseball boys play some baseball game.
I was like, me and Mancini were just like looking around, like.
Yeah, bro. I was like, why are they looking like that? Why are they looking like that, bro? I even said it, and I was like, that didn't feel right. That's so bad.
I thought you were gonna bring Jackie Robinson into this.
I did too.
Yeah,
I was like, did something controversial happen that I just like did not hear about?
All right, no. So my takes are the LA Dodgers. They lost to the Pirates like 4 games, but they got swept by the Pirates. I even called them stupid too. Raza said their wrong city name. Oh yeah, they lost to the Pirates, and we're one of the worst teams in the league. But now we look really good. So honestly, thank you, thank you, LA Dodgers. I really appreciate it.
I was gonna say Brooklyn.
No, actually, I'm second guessing myself so much now.
The city of LA is just not on our good side this week.
Yeah,
step it up next week, Los Angeles.
What do we have for rakes?
My rake is none other than Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, dude, what he did in the month of May, every single day you just go out there. He was hitting a home run every single day. So after he had a really slow start, and Arenado was the one that was heating up. And it's still so weird to me that they're both on the Cardinals, but
it makes no sense. I don't like it.
After the month of May, Paul Goldschmidt is leading the league in hits with 71, batting average at 341, on base percentage is .423, OPS 1.028, and his total bases is at 126. So for anyone that knows an OPS on base plus slugging of 1.028, that is ridiculous. Those are ridiculous numbers. And Paul Goldschmidt is in another dimension right now. So there's none other.
Not literally, though.
Yeah, not literally in another dimension. It is so funny. Dude, I got to share this. So one of our guys, shout out Alex Hewitt. This is with all love. But so I go in the group chat because I'm a baseball junkie, dude. I'm a nerd. I check all the stats. I check all the scores every day. I do this not even because I'm in a fantasy baseball league. It's the first year I've done it. I've done this since I was like 12. So Aaron Judge, and notice how I will never have him as my rake because I hate the Yankees so much. As much as I hate to say it, he is on another level right now. He is playing like it's his contract year because it is. This man turned down $200 million because he wants more, because he deserves more, and he's proving it. So I go in the group chat. I go into the group chat, and Aaron Judge hit another homer last night in the first inning, and then like in the third, he had an RBI single. He's just ridiculous right now. So I go to the group chat. I'm like, Aaron Judge is unconscious right now. And Hewitt, who's a Yankees fan, he just comes back and was like, "Oh my God, please, Lord baby Jesus, please be okay." The whole night, dude. So the Reds rookie was pitching, and I go, Graham Ashworth is absolutely dealing right now. Parenthesis, he doesn't actually have a deck of cards. And like 3 of us were going back and forth. Bollinger, what was one of them you said? You had a funny one in there.
I was like, Austin Hayes is flying around the field right now. And then in parentheses, I was like, he's just running, actually. It's just a saying. He doesn't actually have a plane.
He doesn't actually have powers.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have powers.
He doesn't have superpowers. Oh, yeah. And then what our boy Skyler was like, said someone is on fire. He was like, he's not actually on fire, guys. And Marcus Simeon yesterday, like I'm not kidding, this went on for a while. Like we made this last a while. So Marcus Simeon for the Rangers was like they had a doubleheader. He was like 6 for 7. Ridiculous. Had like 27 or no, had like 17 fantasy points on one single day. That's ridiculous in baseball. So I said Marcus Simeon is carrying Skyler right now. In parentheses, he's not actually on his back.
But anyways, Hewitt was just reading them. Hewitt was just reading them. God love Alex Hewitt. He was like, "Why me?"
And I know him, dude. He's just sitting behind his phone, probably like this.
Shout out Hewitt.
Yeah,
my rake is fantasy football in baseball. We had Tommy Pham Jock Peterson in the face over a fantasy football disagreement 2 years prior. Ends up Mike Trout's the head of the league. He's the commissioner. And I think it just shows how great, even in the MLB, how great fantasy football is. Because even in a completely different sport, we have professional athletes physically slapping each other over fantasy football waiver pickups. And I think that just shows that fantasy football is the thing that makes America go.
It's more than just a game. It always has been.
I was confused because it's the off season. Like, what fantasy football disputes could be going on right now that would cause you to slap a man in the face, like deciding the snake order?
No, so it was a deal that it was so pretty much Jock Peterson. It was back in the 2020 season. This is just the first time they've seen each other since then. And it's in the 2020 season. Jock Peterson like puts someone on the IR that's not technically on the IR, and Tommy Pham like accuses him of cheating and like hoarding players. So Jock Peterson responds with a GIF of like 3 people like lifting weights or something, like one person, like only one person falls down, and that person had the Padres logo like on them. And Tommy Pham did not think it was funny, and 2 years later slapped him.
Jesus.
Like, that is to hold on to that for 2 years over a GIF about your team failing. Like, that's tough.
And then Tommy Pham wants to come out and be like, and he's a Red. I mean, I got to support my boy. He comes out and he's just like, although I do think Tommy Pham is in the wrong here, I can't take Jock Peterson's side. I'm ride or die with my Red legs. But anyways, where was I going with this? Tommy Pham. I don't fucking know what I was gonna say. Go to the next thing.
All right.
I forget what I was about to. I genuinely have no idea where I was going with that.
My rakes is the Columbus Clippers, local minor league team here in C-Bus. I celebrated my birthday with my family, like my mom, my wife's family, a couple friends. Then they separated a section for us, had it catered, and then like we got our own set of seats, and it was an awesome game, went into extra innings. Columbus won a walk-off. The night before, they won on a 3-run walk-off, so they're just fucking dominating. You could say they're arguably the best team in the minor leagues right now. No biggie. But yeah, the Columbus Clippers are absolutely raking right now.
I always love going to the Clippers game.
Dude,
That's the Guardians.
It's so nice.
That's the Guardians AAA, right?
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck's the Guardians?
Yeah, no, I gotta be correct out here. Can't be getting too crazy with the I word.
Canceled.
My buddy, he wore an Indians jersey. He's like, I fucking hate they changed that name. It's so stupid. He's like, I'm gonna wear it out of spite.
I'm sure that happens all the time. I mean, what they got to do to tell them you can't. I mean, if I was an Indians Guardians fan, I wouldn't purchase a new Jose Ramirez jersey where you just switch the lettering.
Yeah,
apparently.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, apparently, I've been hearing from like people in Cleveland that a big thing going on is because they used to be the Tribe, that now they're trying to say that they're the G-Men and just completely steal that from the Giants. So now the people in Cleveland are now referring to the team as the G-Men.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure if you like went up to like a Native American, you're like, Yeah, so we understand we put you through a lot. So what we're gonna do for you is we're gonna change the logo to that one baseball team that you don't even care about. It's probably gonna be like, can you just give me my land back? That's all I really want, honestly. Like, like they think that changing the name is what they care about.
They're like, you get the name, take it or leave it.
Right. Like the Washington Commanders, that old team name, that's pretty bad. All right, we can all agree that's very bad. That's a whole different
That old team name.
Go
yeah.
commies. Go commies.
Go commies.
So like the R words, that's a very, very bad name. But like Indians, it's like the same thing as Chiefs. It's just like a title, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, no Indian's gonna be like, you know what, we might only have this small bit of land on this reservation, but at least they're the guardians now, okay? I was tired of that nonsense.
That's the thing that was that was separating it. That was the dividing factor between the American, like the rest of America and native land, was the name of the Indians.
Oh man,
That was the last grudge held.
Jesus. Can we get into our Whiteclaw rankings?
Oh yeah, let's do some Whiteclaws.
We
Do we
might
just
have a
want to
longer episode today.
Are we doing like ones, twos, threes, fours, or like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Let's just go through our list. One is obviously the number one, but start at your fifth and work your way to the top. You know what I mean?
All right.
Save the best for last, as usual.
Are we doing our
Let's
whole list
kick it
right
off.
now, or are we all saying our fives?
Let's do the whole list.
Okay, cool.
All right. Hayden, you want to start? You want to kick it off?
Absolutely. All right, so my Whiteclaw list. At 5, I have Tangerine because they didn't sell out like most places. They didn't go orange. They're like, we're going to be a little bit different. So they did some Tangerine. I think it's fire. 4 might be, it's kind of controversy. You either love it or hate it. 4, I have Ruby Grapefruit. I love grapefruit. I think it's delicious. I get grapefruit like sodas, like Fresca. Delicious, fantastic. Just I've never like had a grapefruit straight up. I'm not gonna lie, but like just the flavoring is so good. 3, I feel like it's the most slept on White Claw flavor there is. Lemon is so crisp, so good. I can't believe you guys shit on lemon, bro. Lemon is delish.
I'm not shitting on lemon. I'm not
I
shitting
saw
on it at
Zach's
all.
face, bro. We'll get to your list. We'll get to your list.
Yeah.
But yeah, lemon number 3. I think it's so slept on. No one talks about it, and it hits every single time. Number 2 is probably gonna be the biggest controversy. You either love it or hate it. Black cherry, I think, is some gas. I think it hits just right. I think black cherry is. I don't like black cherry suckers. I don't like black cherry flavoring anywhere else. But I think White Claw just nails it. I'll get a whole pack of just black cherry if I'm feeling it. Like 2 tall boys, just black cherry. It's just like a different flavor. I fuck with it heavy. And then 1, I feel like if this isn't your number 1, you're a piece of shit. Lime is my number 1. It's the all-time GOAT, bro.
That's not your most controversial?
Dude, it's easily the best.
Lime is like one of them that like people either love or hate. It's kind of like mango. I'm just saying from afar, I feel like people say that like that's the biggest debate is lime and mango. Like
Dude,
people either love them or hate them.
Lime is
your favorite? That's wild.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
It's so
nuts.
crisp. Dude, lime, the White Claw, a little bit of gin too. Oh my god, it's fantastic.
God damn, you just like to drink, it seems like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta come in. I'm just like, before I even get into my list, I just want to say, in my bottom 3 is lime. I
feel like Zach's list is completely different.
No, actually, no, it's crazy because, like, at first I literally felt like I was going to get accused of just copying Hayden's list because I go Tangerine at 5, Ruby Grapefruit at 4.
The suspense.
First difference is it's just like
we missed what
it's
3
a refreshing.
Yeah, Zach, you lagged out. You stopped at 4.
I'm gonna start over.
Right.
So coming in, I go 5. We got Tangerine. 4, Ruby Grapefruit. 3, I went with strawberry because I like the refreshing taste of strawberry. I don't know what it is, but every time I'm drinking it, I'm like, it kind of like tastes like strawberry flavor, and I like it. I'm like, okay. 2, I also have black cherry. That's when I was like, wow, me and Hayden really got it. And I thought we were going to have the same one the way you were hyping it up. And like the last thing I thought you were going to say is lime. Because I literally thought we were all going to agree that lime is, I used to be a big lime guy, but like after like 3 months, I can't do it anymore. It's like drinking static electricity. And number 1, I have watermelon. I don't know. Watermelon it hits different. Watermelon truly hits different.
Maybe it's like the number 1 pack of White Claws was like, they didn't come out with new White Claws forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I drank a lot of White Claws. It was all I drank. I didn't drink beer. I didn't drink liquor. I drank White Claws. I might have overdrank them. Maybe that's why I'm not too fond of the lime anymore. I don't know, but it's not like I'm gonna throw it away. Obviously I'll drink them.
I'll drink it.
Lime is not my favorite at all, and that brings me into my list. I have my top 5, and I have 2 honorable mentions because there are many, many delicious flavors. None of these White Claws ever deserve to be poured out. Whether you have a completely different list or you're exactly the same, that brings me to number 5. I have strawberry. I think their strawberry White Claw is a really good flavor. I believe in my previous ratings, when I taste test on my Snapchat or whatever, I had it at like a 7.3. That's a pretty solid out of 10, obviously. But
that's a solid claw.
Strawberries overall good flavor, dude. I love strawberries, and it's hard to mess up. They did their job. Number 4, I got tangerine. I'm with you guys on this one. Tangerine, in my opinion, is slept on very heavily with the White Claws. I'm glad you guys included it in your top 5 because tangerine is a very good flavor to me, and I could probably drink a whole 12-pack of the tangerine flavors. I love them. It is very good White Claw. Good. It is a very good White Claw. You're gonna notice that whole number 2 pack of White Claw that they dropped. I think that's the superior pack where they have the lemon, watermelon, tangerine, and mango. Yeah. I think that's the best edition of White Claws.
I agree.
That's a whole nother topic. Number 3, I'm with Hayden. I got black cherry cracking my list. Black cherry was by far my favorite out of the number 1s, and it's not that the other ones were bad, other than like maybe lime, but I thought black cherry it's like when I taste a black cherry White Claw, it's just like tasting a little bit of your childhood, you know? It's just like the memories. It brings back everything. It's just like, oh, I remember my first White Claw. It tasted like this. But
it reminds you of your childhood. I remember my first White Claw.
It takes me to yeah. Number 2, I have watermelon, and I thought watermelon was a very good running for number 1. I think watermelon is phenomenal. I don't go out of my way to eat watermelon, but for some reason I love like watermelon flavoring, like watermelon flavoring and water, or like White Claw or suckers or anything, dude. I think it's the perfect addition to something generic. And number 1, I have lemon. I think lemon is hands down the best White Claw out there. And it's kind of like with watermelon. I love lemon water. I love lemons. I just love a nice lemonade. And the lemon White Claw is just the most refreshing on a hot summer day. I feel like Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights right now when he's going over that Powerade, the Mystic Mountain Blueberry. Yeah, the lemon White Claw is just so refreshing, and on any day over like 75 degrees, I could just down 50 of them.
So my thing on my list.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that like my thing on my list is like I had a really bad experience with Ciroc berry, so like I can't do berry anything. So the raspberry, blackberry, what other ones? I just like there are a lot of them I can't do. Like blueberry, I can't do. I think watermelon and pineapple, I think they're like too either sour, too sweet. That's why I like the grapefruit, the tangerine, lemons, lime. Like a lot of them are citrus, if not all of them are all citrusy. That's what I like. I don't like berry, I like citrusy.
My two
like how
honorable
you're-
mentions. Go ahead,
You're
Zach.
just. I was gonna say Hayden is just completely backtracking and trying to get out of this whole lime as number one. He went in so hot.
I'll stand by my ground. I'm just saying, like,
He
I have reason why I hate Barry. Like, you can
he
only
doubled down too. He was like, I think. He was like, I think number. Up, did I lose you guys?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like going slow mo.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah, I like
what drove me crazy was Hayden starts it off by saying his number 3 was going to be really controversial. I'm thinking he's about to say like lime or mango.
Yeah.
His number 1 was lime. I'm like, what?
Dude, I thought lemon was
Crazy.
like shit on. I didn't know.
I don't know. I think lemon and tangerine are definitely overlooked. I think they're phenomenal. I'll see
I
it
do
as I
too.
taste it, bro. You know me. I ain't no liar.
My personal favorite is the first pack, but I think it's because I didn't like drink them for a while, so I think I never really got tired of them, and like they just like hit like the original, like the OG times. But I mean,
Dude,
I'll stand my ground. Lime's number one. I'm sorry.
I was so ready. Like I said, I drank so many of that first edition. I was so ready for a new one, and that second one came out, and it was just all flavors. Even the mango. I know mango gets shit on a lot. I know I didn't have it in my list or even my honorable mention. It might crack the top 10, probably not. But there's only 12 of them. I mean, not including the iced tea and the other pack. But mango is just like perfect for that pack when you got the lemon, the watermelon, and the tangerine. Mango's a nice little toss up in between those other 3 flavors. But my 2 honorable mentions are pineapple and ruby grapefruit. I think ruby grapefruit gets shit on a lot, and I think it doesn't get enough love.
I agree.
These are some solid lists.
I was gonna say, I think we all, for the most part, kind of agreed, besides the absolute debacle that is Hayden's number 1.
Yeah, that is absolutely, that's some serial killer type shit.
Hey, I'm different. We're the two Shanes.
A brothel of a take.
It's one hell of a brothel.
One hell of a brothel.
I think we gotta throw like a funny picture of us, like we did with the snake draft of the non-NBA players.
Oh yeah.
And create this and throw it on Twitter and make a
poll.
Who
won that poll?
Yeah, who won that poll?
Oh, it was Hayden. It was 34, like it was literally 33, 33, 34.
No way. Hayden, you rigged it, bro.
What?
I'm convinced the numbers were like 33.30, 33.30, and then like 33.34, and then they just rounded you up.
Damn, that's crazy.
There's no way.
That's like
you won by.
That's 100. Is that 100?
Yeah.
That's 100 votes, isn't it?
Oh well, I don't. No, but that's just percentage.
Oh, 33%.
It was like, I want to say it was over 50 votes.
I got you. Whatever. That shit was fucking phony. Whatever.
I'm gonna look this shit up right now.
Let's get into our outro. Zach, give me a random athlete while he looks at this. Make sure the numbers are not lying.
Yeah.
Make sure the poll
Random
is
athlete.
regulation size.
When I was thinking random athlete, I was trying to relate to the NBA Finals. Thought Celtics, and the first person I thought of was Glenn Big Baby Davis. Just like the least intimidating name ever. Wow, that was big lightning in front of me. I don't know if you could hear that.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, but Big Baby Davis, just like he said in an interview before, he was like, when they like gave me that name, like I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, this is the worst thing you could have given me. And he was like, then he was just stuck with it for his whole career. But I will never forget Big Baby Glenn Davis.
My favorite is when he like licks his lips and just like like he's in the middle of a basketball game, and I'm like, if I'm being guarded by like a man that's like 270, just licking his lips like that, like he just had some barbecue chicken, dude.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared for my life. All right, I'll do my word of the day before we get into Hayden's hot corner. My word of the day or word of the week from last episode was benevolent. That was basically just to be kind or generous, as we all know. I'm pretty sure I gave an example last time. This week, the word of the week is arrogate, and that meaning is arrogate is a formal word that usually means to take or claim something, such as a right or a privilege, in a way that is not fair or legal. So I'm gonna need some time to think how to use this in a sentence. I'm not the smartest, but
At 2 weeks.
I could get crafty with this. I could get really crafty with arrogate. I'm gonna take somebody's rights or privilege with them, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's
You
like
arrogate yourself.
it's like the fantasy football talk, the punishment we talked about, where you win and you just you get to go to there, or you predict the top NFL draft, the top 10 picks, and you can just go. I'm gonna go arrogate your kitchen, your refrigerator, and there's nothing you can do about it. There you go. What's up?
Yo, okay, real quickly talking about NFL fantasy football.
I'll take this because I know he's not saying. Zach, you're lagging really bad. You're lagging really bad. Okay, so at our fantasy football league, we take it very seriously. Like we said, much more. It's not just a game. For the first time in our fraternity football league, we have an open spot, and we went throughout all of our younger actives now, were pledges, now actives, and we have notified everyone that there's an open spot. There's obviously a lot of hype around. A lot of people have been talking that they want this spot. We have 2 candidates already. Three or four, maybe three or four potentials, 2 for sures. But as commissioner of the league, me, Zach, and one of our fellow colleagues will be attending a Skype meeting where they will have a 5-slideshow presentation on why they are worthy to be in our fantasy football league, their recent fantasy football success, stuff like that. And we will choose among the candidates of who will fill that spot. And while we're just on the topic, I know this is far away, but we will be having a Fratletes fantasy football league for our followers on social media. I know, Hayden, this might be the first time you're hearing about this because I just kind of made it up. But yeah, so just to mark your calendars, we will set the draft. We don't want no phonies either, so you better take it seriously. There will be prizes. It's gonna be a great time. So we'll have more updates on that in the near future. Hayden, take it over.
All right. So I heard this. I was listening to Barstool's Dog Walk podcast. They kind of touched on this for a minute. So apparently dragons actually might have been real. And I know that sounds absolutely insane. Just please hear me out. Hear me out.
I just never know what you're going to say.
Never. I never know what to expect.
Hear me out. That's all I ask. So if you look across all cultures across the entire globe, each culture, at least almost everyone that I could think of, has depictions of dragons. Vikings up in like the Netherlands, the Japanese over in their island, they depict dragons, and there's like a lot of like art and things like that. The Aztecs and the Incas all depicted dragons, and these are people whose cultures are all across the globe with no means of communication. I mean, they didn't even know like there was anything besides the land. That they thought the Earth was flat, they're gonna fall right off. Like they didn't talk basically. And this was after Pangea, so it wasn't like they were all together. They had separated by now. So there's always dragons. So how are they all look the same, you know? So how would they know what a dragon is and how it all look without like there being some just flying around, you know? Also, like bird bones and their wings are very, very like pompous and spongy almost, and they decay a lot faster than normal bones. So there's a chance that some of these dinosaurs are digging up could be like fucking dragons because their wings have decayed and their like arms and legs and torso are still there because they were harder and they weren't soft. And I know you're thinking, what about pterodactyls? I'll tell you why. What about pterodactyls? Pterodactyls, their wings are basically an extension of their arms. So that's why their bones show up, because it's basically their arms. They just got like a flappy sack, you know what I'm saying? But dragons have like arms and legs and then 2 giant fucking wings in their back. and that's how they get around. So that's why you don't see those bones compared to pterodactyls. You see those bones. So I'm just saying, is it unlikely? Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's mentioned in the
Cool to
Bible.
think about.
It's mentioned in the Bible. You know, and if everything's true in the Bible, dragons might be flying around, bro.
It's
Dude,
my favorite
imagine,
part of the show, dude.
and I think that might make Jesus even better, because if Jesus is Jesus, he could definitely control a dragon or two, and he chose not to because he knew that'd be wrong. So, like, that is a true son of God. You know the discipline and the self-control you gotta have to not control dragons when you have the power to control dragons. That's insane.
He said, if Jesus is Jesus, he said, you guys know what you mean. No, you know what I mean, flappy sacks.
yeah.
Hell, I know what you mean.
Dude, the
While we're on the
self-control.
topic of like wild insects or amphibians or flying, UFOs rather.
Didn't mention any of those three. He said, we're talking about insects and amphibians and UFOs.
Reptile.
That was never said.
Is a reptile the right terminology?
Dragons.
What the fuck are they, dude? Jesus, I've never seen dragons. All right. Well, what's a snake? Is that a reptile?
Yeah, we'll go reptile.
Dude, I haven't taken like a biology class in like 8 years, dude. Everyone, calm the fuck down. All right. I saw a snake today. That's all I was getting at. It was like a 5 foot snake, and I'm not a snake guy. I don't do good, but I don't do good with these types of animals. I jump every time and I run like a little kid, and I know it's childish, whatever. Call me what you want. I don't care. I don't like snakes. Really, really black snake, 5 foot tall or long, however snakes measure their height. It just slithered right by me and went straight into the woods. And I'm pretty sure it was a black reaper. I don't know snake names. I don't even know if that's a name. I kind of just made that up, but
it was a black reaper.
But it was like a 5 foot long snake, and it was straight jet black. So
dude,
do that information as you
said black reaper. I was like, ooh, that sounds poisonous.
Right? It
sounds like it'd be a snake.
It sounds.
Like, oh, that's a black reaper snake.
Yeah, dude, I sent that earlier, and I was like, because when I see reptiles or whatever they are, I record them, because after I get done running, I try to like go back and I see what I do is I test them. I see how fast they are. So yeah, I do run, but I want him to see that I got first round type speed. Like when I run to the driveway from the backyard at like a 4.4 type speed from a snake, what does he see? He sees that I'm fast. So I work my way back. I measure his speed. When I realize he's like a third or fourth rounder, I can get closer, And I took a shovel. I didn't not bring a weapon just in case he wanted to attack or something. But all I'm getting at is he was probably a third rounder. I was like a first rounder, and I was faster than him. And he didn't mess with me the rest of the day.
A lot of off the field issues.
Yeah, he's probably mad about his fantasy football league.
Snakes in the grass.
All right, everyone. That wraps it up, I believe, for episode 6. We're gonna I know we kind of got lazy on Twitter, but we've all been very busy the last week or so. But we're gonna get back into it. Still got another giveaway, our second giveaway at 250 followers. Keep subscribing to the YouTube. Keep following us on Twitter. You know the drill. You don't want to listen to me talk anymore. Peace.
Peace.